Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody posted this picture on Facebook, and it's really pixelized, but they've got two circles, and they want to do this. They want to circle and circle with text in the circle, and I can't even read the name, so I'm just going to type in some weird text. But I've got three circles. I've got an inner circle that is 11 inches. I've got another outer circle that's 12 inches. Then I've got another outer circle that's 12 and a half. The 12 and a half is exactly on the outside of our circle. And the 11 is skewed to give it a crescent effect. So what we need to do is let's zoom in here and let's just type some text using all caps. Let's type in love, hope. Let's make it about the size of our crescent. Now, the easiest way to do this is to set your nudge distance on 15 inches. And let's take that inner circle and move it over. Now we're going to go, it's a text, so we're going to go fit text to path, and we're going to put it on that circle. And we're going to mirror it one direction and mirror it the other direction and put it on top. Now we can take that and left click, right click, so it's an outline, and we can grab the whole thing and nudge it right back. And the most important part is to make sure that all these letters are extending past your circles. So let's take our inner circle and let's make it 11.2. I've got it locked, so ratio locked, so it ought to be 11.2 all the way around. That's not bad. We could actually squeeze it in just a hair. As long as all your lines are past that line. And I think we all are. This one's a little bit close, but we'll see. And there's, you could try front minus back, weld, but really and truly the best way to do it, the easiest is just to take the virtual segment delete key. We're going to have to take our text, go up to range, break text apart. We'll actually convert it to a curve. Go up to range and convert it to a curve. And I can see now that we need to lower it just a hair. I set my nudge distance too high. 0.001. Take our text and just ever so slightly lower it. And we might have to make it a little bit bigger. We just need all the text to be on each side of the line. And I think we are, with the exception of the 8. So instead of messing it up anymore, I'm going to take my shape tool and I'm just going to extend these lines up. I'm going to go ahead and extend that up. I'm going to take the V and extend it up. And I think everything else is passed. Now there might be a way to do, front minus back, but a lot of times you're going to just spend more time figuring it out. So we want to delete all these upper lines. This takes just a second. What we're doing, we're stopping it from, and I'll show you in just a second. This takes just a second. And the reason we had 3 circles is, you'll see in just a second, because we need this other part of this circle for the wood. Let's zoom in a little bit. Virtual segment delete key. Now when you have 2 lines like that, you can do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Come straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. And voila, we are there. Now, what we need to do is take our Smart Fill tool and fill this in. We'll set our nudge distance back to 15. Grab our Smart Fill and move it out of the way. Now we've made a little bit, or I've made a little bit of mistake right up in here, but that's easily fixed. Left click, right click, and we need to, there's two ways you can fix this. The easiest way is just to take the Smart Fill tool and just delete that line. And you know what? We can delete this line. There we go. Now take your Smart Fill tool, fill it in, and nudge it over. Left click, right click, and there's your top circle that will cut out. Let me uncheck it so it will look good. And that's how I would do that right there. And then you would cut two more circles just a little bit larger. And if this thing is still 12.5, make this one, 13 and 5 and 14 and 5. And it looks like there's a hole for maybe a ribbon. Well, let's just continue that. Let's go a little further. Let's take these and delete them. Put this one in the center of the page. And this will not only cut you a hole for the ribbon, but it will actually give you a reference point. Let's make a 1/4 inch hole, 0.25. Let's hit P and put it in the center of the page. Let's start moving and then hold down the control button and get it to about right there. Now let's select everything and Control D and let's nudge it over. There's our first copy. Get rid of this. Well, let's don't get rid of this. Let's make a 13.5 inch circle, 13.5 or 14, whatever you think. Let's put it P, put it in the center of the page, but let's nudge it down. You don't want to use this handle to squeeze. You want to basically nudge it down. So let's remember 15, we're going to go 0.02, and we're going to nudge this straight down till it's on that edge. We're going to Control D that duplicate spot or that hole. Control D and then Control. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Take that, Control D and make a duplicate, and then hold down your Shift key and select those two. Now we need to change our nudge distance back to 15. We'll probably have to redo this. I'm holding down the Shift key. Now there's our second board. Let's go twice. That's what it's going to look like. We need to do one more. We did 13.5. Let's do, holding down the control button, make a perfect circle. Let's make this one 15 inches, just for grins. Put P, put it in the center of the page. And this time, instead of changing my nudge factor, I'm just going to cursor it down close. You'd want that perfect, so let's go ahead and nudge 0.001. Till you're right on that line. Then basically what we do is delete our inner lines. And there's our last circle. Control G to group it together. Let's just move our inner circle. Well, need to change it back to 15 inches. I accidentally nudged it while I was doing something. There we go. Move it over 15 inches, but we don't have our hole. So let's grab our hole, nudge it over 15 inches. Now we need to group this together. Control G, press P. Well, we don't want to press P. We want to just nudge it back over. And then we want to make sure this is all one group. Control G and nudge it over. And there is that shape. So let's just color it in, see what it's going to look like. We'll do this in blue. We'll do one in orange. And we'll do, and also this would be orange here, because if it's on top. And then let's do the other one in green. Well, I've got a leak somewhere. We've still got our nudge factor set on 15. Let's just nudge it over. Fill it in with green. Move it over and put it to the back of the page. There's a good example of what it's going to look like, except for this inner circle is going to be the color of the peach colored. So the hole did you two things. It gave you a reference point when you're gluing them together, and then it will give you a hole for your ribbon. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.